Tonight we played the Lakers, and yeah, it was tough to say the least. We lost pretty badly, and Draymond Green got injured, so I hope he's okay. We lost the Lakers 117 to 91, despite the Lakers not having Anthony Davis, and that's why I thought the Warriors would win, because we beat the Lakers in the first matchup of the season, and they had Anthony Davis. So I thought logically it would make sense for us to beat them, but we lost badly. And you know, it was, I think, due to the lack of three-point shooting. Three-point shooting was 23%, which is just really, really bad for this team. You know, the Warriors are 11th best three-point shooting team in the league, and for this to happen, it kind of sucks. And then the Lakers, who are not a very good three-point shooting team in general, were making a bunch of threes. And yeah, and LeBron, another thing, LeBron barely even played. So LeBron played half the game only, which is a pretty low for him. Usually he plays a lot more. So it's unfortunate that we lost to basically half of LeBron and no Anthony Davis. We were outscored in every quarter except for the last quarter, but that's because the Lakers had put in their reserves. I guess the Warriors' leading scorer for tonight was Steph Curry, but he only had 16 points, which is probably one of the worst games of the year for him. Or sorry, the leading scorer was Eric Pascal, but he came off the bench. And he had 18, but Steph Curry was the second most leading scorer, and Oubre had 14. Pascal, he had a good game, so I'll give him that. He's been having a good year. Looney, who's the starting center, only played 6 minutes, and he had 0 points, which I think is kind of interesting. Wiseman played a lot more than him, and I think that's something that's good, because I think Looney has more experience, and he's good at setting the tone for the game. The Lakers played phenomenally. I'll give them credit. Their leading scorer was LeBron. Obviously, he's probably going to be the leading scorer for most of this year. He had 19 points. Their second most leading scorer was Markieff Morris, which surprised me. He actually had a really good game, and so it's just one of those you got to put behind. I expected us to win. Well, I didn't expect us. I thought we'd have a decent chance at winning, but we didn't, and it's unfortunate because it would have been nice to beat them, and they didn't even have Anthony Davis, so if we could have taken advantage of that. We're playing the Trailblazers. We got kind of a next, and we have kind of an interesting, hard schedule coming up. We're playing the Blazers, Suns, Clippers, and Jazz, who are all playoff contender teams in theory. So I don't know what's going to happen. We were playing really good the last three, 4 games, and now I hope we don't go on a downfall. Our field goal percentage was 40%. Everything could have been higher. Field goal percentage was only, free throw percentage was only 68%. And we just didn't. We turned the ball over. I mean, I love Steph Curry. I think he's a great player, but he's been turning the ball over a lot, and he hasn't been able to get the three going. So we got to turn that around and take advantage of guys being open. I think if we had Klay Thompson this year, it wouldn't be a problem because we'd have 2 guys that were able to shoot threes consistently and make them. But this year it's Oubre, and he had a decent game. He's doing pretty good lately. So I'm just hoping we can get back in a rhythm, because right now, looking at this game, we couldn't even break 100 points. Like I said, final score was 117-91. We moved to 19-16 now, and to the Warriors' credit, the West is a very, very hard conference. You look at the East, the New York Knicks are 4th place in the East, and they're just sitting around 500. It just goes to show how weak the East is and how strong the West is. But that's inevitable. We can't do anything about that. I think we just got to win games against East teams and hope for a playoff spot at this point. And, it sucks to lose, but we're going to move on. I'm not that mad about this just because of the recent success we've had in the last couple of games. But that's going to do it for this, guys. Final score 117 for the Lakers, 91 for the Warriors. We moved to 19-16. Lakers moved to 24-11. So they're having a good year. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Thank you so much.